You already know it's all love in the world, baby. Love you, brother. How was y'all getting here, man? It's crazy we even got here. Bro, great game, bro. Great game. Thank you, dog.
Chiefs, we did it all the way in Buffalo. Playoff second round. Let's continue to chop. Bring it home. Jacob.
Thank you so much. Let's go, boys. Let's go, boys. Let's go. Let's go, boys.
Turn me up.
Let's go, boys.
Turn me up.
Let's go.
What it do, YouTube world? Is Coffee tapping back in, man. And a day later, I think it's been a full 24 hours at this point, but just doesn't sting any less, man. It's really tough. You see BillsMafia reacting, the tweets, coping with the heartbreak. It's just rough, man. And just the off-season hangover is a motherfucker, man. It's really tough. As I was saying yesterday, it's just so crazy that a season is just summed up in one way. I mean, not really. Like you see Stevie Johnson saying the hustle, the grind, the big win streak and all that, turning it all around. You know what I mean? There's more to it, but it just really goes in the books as a wide right. And Mahomes and the Chiefs advance. Josh and the Bills go home. BillsMafia is heartbroken. And as I was saying about that off-season hangover, a lot of times for me, let me know how y'all feel about this, it takes till around draft time for me to really start paying attention to football at all, or really caring. I mean, I watched the Super Bowl and all that. At this point, I'm rooting for Lamar Jackson and the Ravens. I guess I'm petty, I don't know. Like after that game in the divisional round, the 13 seconds game, not gonna front, I was so happy to see the Bengals beat the Chiefs. But I also got a good friend who's a Niners fan, you know, and we've been pulling for this Niners-Bills Super Bowl that we never got back in the Bills Super Bowl era, but that's an afterthought now. So pulling for the Ravens in the AFC, Niners in the NFC, whoever wins that title, it is what it is. But here we are. I just kind of wanted to reach out to all the other Bills fans, football fans, and see what everyone's thinking at this point, as there's so many just different reactions and narratives going on. And the big thing that a lot of individuals are talking about is this drop by Stefon Diggs. I mean, he should have pulled that in. It's that clutch moment in the game. Diggs, I'm him and all that. A lot of fans are saying, I guess he's not him. I don't know. It kind of feels in a sense a little bit like BillsMafia is turning on Diggs. Do you think Diggs will be back in Buffalo next year? I forget what the breakdown even is on the contract and all that. And I don't know. There's just a lot of stuff going on right now, and I wonder what this team will look like come next season. Let me know who you think will leave, who will still be here. But as far as that drop, that wasn't the only drop. Sherfield's drop was a big one. Cook had that drop, which was similar to the drop that he had in the Eagles game. That would have been a for sure touchdown and changed the game in a major way. But there's just been so many discussions about Stefon Diggs from the end of last season. I don't know, till now, all the constant drama, stirring the pot. A lot of it, I believe, the media was doing. I did a video a while back where Gronk was saying he thought Diggs wouldn't be back in Buffalo. I don't know. I thought a lot of it was hype. A lot of it was BS, in my opinion. I felt like Diggs really wanted to be here. But at this point, what do you guys think? Do you think it will not really matter if Stefon Diggs wants to be back here? Do you think when it comes to crunching the numbers and Moneyball and all that, the front office will try to make a move on Diggs, that they'll look at him as he's past his prime? I mean, is that what it is? Tap in below, let me know. I mean, I did a video a week or so ago on this very emotionally deep interview that Diggs did, talking about the turnaround, how they got it back together, and he quoted Brady, our interim offensive coordinator, which I'm hoping he is the offensive coordinator come next year. A metaphor about the wheelbarrow and no one jumping out of the wheelbarrow, and you know how the team all rallied around each other and supported each other and everything like that. And it really felt to me like Diggs still wanted to be here and still does, but I don't know, man. A lot of fans started saying that he lost a step, that he isn't necessarily him anymore. And I don't know. There's a lot of questions, a lot of unanswered questions, and I really wonder what, again, what this team will look like come next year, what the organization's strategy is going to be looking like come draft time, free agency. I mean, still, it's frustrating. It hurts as a fan, but this team is still a Super Bowl contender that is just an nth away from getting to the big game, getting over this hump that we just cannot get over. And as frustrating and heartbreaking and just all that it can be, this is my squad. I'm still continuing to root for the Bills, and I still believe. I mean, it sucks. That Josh Allen press conference that I saw last night, where he was just saying, hey, it sucks. The kicker, I wish he didn't get put in that position. Basically, it is what it is. What more can I say? They won, we lost. One team's happy at the end of every NFL season, and everyone else, any way you want to cut it, it's a failure if you don't get a Super Bowl ring. And, you know, for so long during the drought era, I just wanted to see the Bills make the playoffs. Like when we broke the playoff drought that year and we lost to Jacksonville in a game that we clearly could have won and should have won. And Jacksonville went on to take, wasn't it the Patriots to the limit, blow a big lead, and, you know, they really could have beat them. As wild as it was back then, I was happy just that we ended the playoff drought and got in the playoffs. I wasn't happy that we lost, but I was cool with it. It felt like a success, you know. But then when you got a really good squad like this team is, it's a whole different landscape. It's Super Bowl or bust, Super Bowl or nothing, and we still cannot get over this hump. A lot of fans still pointing at the coach, that, you know, we always seem to get out-coached in these big moments, and it was very weird yesterday. It felt like everything was going right for the Bills for a vast majority of the game. Like, I liked the play calling, I liked schematically what we were doing and all that, but as the game went on, what did we say, maybe halfway through the third quarter, KC made their adjustments, and I don't know, we just couldn't really seem to stop them. As this drop that we're talking about with Diggs, there's also that play where Josh went for the touchdown when he could have, you know, hit Diggs crossing over the middle and picked up a first down. I see a lot of individuals saying, I don't even know that the Bills wouldn't been able to stop Mahomes and the Chiefs. And I don't know. I mean, our defense had trouble as the game went on. I don't know. It's tough to break it all down. I'm saying I don't know a lot in this video, but I guess it just is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Josh Allen being labeled Phillip Rivers at this point. Do you think that's fair? Man, I remember those teams. Rivers, that Chargers team was a really good team. Even before Breeze left his last season, and when Rivers took over the team, I really thought they were going to get a ring, and they didn't. And you look back now, and it's just crazy to think of Phillip Rivers, him being so close. Where did he go, to Indy later on and all that? Just a couple years ago, he was with Indy. It's just wild when I think of Rivers. A lot of that success and how good that team really was almost kind of seems like an afterthought. I kind of have to think into it a little more deeply, and then I'm like, oh yeah, man, Rivers was that dude. But is Josh Allen the current Phillip Rivers at this point? It just, I don't know, it doesn't seem fitting. It seems like Josh still has so much football left to go, and I don't know. He's such a special player, special talent, special skill set, and I don't know. I'm not tripping. I mean, I'm tripping, but I think Josh is destined to go down in the record books. You know, I've seen a lot of other YouTubers covering this, and going into this game, I think they said the Allen versus Mahomes series all time was 3-3. And now 4-3 for Mahomes. And some big YouTubers that covering this were saying, no, you know, Josh finally beat Mahomes a month or two ago, and that game that got called back on the offensive offsides or whatever. What's his name? Tony being lined up in the neutral zone. And it's like, no, Josh has beat him multiple other times. But, you know, a lot of people forget that. And when it gets to the playoffs, KC and Mahomes just has our number. So, I don't know. That's about it. I'm kind of just thinking out loud on this one a day later with this pain stinging a little more. It's definitely going to take some time to get over, but it's still Bills Mafia for life. Just kind of wanted to see everyone else's thoughts. Bills fan, not a Bills fan, you know, about the game, about the future of the Bills, Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs, and all that. All the reactions, all the comparisons. Let's chop it up about it all in the comments. Subscribe, and I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace.